Thanks everybody for joining the call, and if you watch the replay, welcome. My name is Jack Hopman, and I'm really excited to go in the bolt of nuggets about WPGateWay. Why is WPGateWay so unique? I get that question all the time. So WPGateWay is everything what you need to manage, install, clone, backup a website. And this facet was always undervalued with those well-known other host servers. They just want to provide a server, but it's not really focused or optimized on hosting WordPress websites. So let me go over some features which will make it for you so much easier to do everything. Okay, so most of the important features and is domain overview, and it's the first screen. Okay, so we try to optimize. This is like your commando center. Okay, so it has the install button on it, so you can install and clone a website, a local Team Jack, a standard website, or clone a website. If you want to keep your own host company, you want to manage it, so then you use manage website. If you want to order a domain, you can order a domain within the WPGateWay and you get it at the wholesale price. And if you already have a website and you want to transfer that website to WPGateWay, you click on Transfer Website. Here you have an overview of all the domains and what's going on. And per domain, you will see the cPanel info. You see when was the last update, the login information, users information of that website, plugins and themes on that website, the status, and if it has an SSL certificate. And you can, from here, you can reinstall, do an instant backup, restore, or deactivate. Everybody get to complete this overview before I go in level deeper. So I will go to each item, okay? But I want to go that you understand this screen. Because if you understand this screen, you know 90% of WPGateWay. The only thing what I wanted to do when you are logged in, you go to server and go to settings, okay? And you want to fill out those fields. And why I did this you only have to do it once. But all that information what is here get used when you install a website, okay? So you only have to do it once. Is that clear? You go to server, settings. And you only have to do it once. Doesn't mean if you don't have fill out the screen, is that a problem? No, it's not a problem, but it makes things easier. Are you guys seeing my screen still? Okay, are you still seeing my screen? Okay, good. So let me go on a domain overview a little bit. When you install a site, it has a cPanel. Okay, the cPanel has a number, and you can click on the plus sign. You guys see this? When you click on the plus sign, you see the name of the cPanel. You see the cPanel URL, username and password. When you click on the login link, it opens a new tab and it gets a cPanel screen. You copy and paste the username and password and you are logged in. You guys see this? So if you host on the Amazon high-speed server, you will have a cPanel too, where, for example, you can define emails, where, for example, you can set up forward emails. Okay, so it's like with any hosted provider. Okay, I just wanted to show you with if you host on WPGateWay with Amazon high-speed server, you get a cPanel, and the access is very easy. The login link, the username and password. If you would change the username and password of your cPanel, also update it here. This is like your memory, okay? So if you know, many don't know how to change the password of the cPanel, but if you do know and you change it also here. Okay, everybody knows how cPanel access works. Okay. Next step is the login of the WordPress site. So you click on the plus sign, you get the domain name, the login URL, the username and password. Again, when you click on login, you copy and paste the username and password. Click on login. And you're logged in. And let me show me plugins. So again, if you would change any of those, the login of that username, then you have to update it also here. So if you change the password, you have to update it also here from the WordPress login. Here, this plugin will get installed automatically by WPGateWay Portal. So you don't need to upload WPGateWay plugin. You don't need to keep it up to date. Everything is controlled. That is how the linking is made. You guys see this? So you cannot delete or deactivate this plugin. Otherwise, you would lose the connection. Okay? Everybody got this? Now the next step is users. So now you might want to add more users. You click on plus new user and you can create a new admin for username and password. Okay, so if you want to give UVA and password, and then you guys see this checkbox, local team jack settings. Do you guys remember the old, if you go to the normal local team jack website, the WordPress webinar? No, I don't see, I have no idea where I log in now because, okay, I think I do have now. Okay, normally you have TeamJack installer plugin. And if you guys remember, you can set which admin have access or not. You guys see this? Now this is controlled also, if you can control it also in WPGateWay. You just say access or not with this checkbox. Guys see this? Okay, so that is users. Then the plugins. So, and the themes. So now it will look which plugins are installed, if they are up to date. And last Sunday, I demoed you that the Yoast SEO plugin was not up to date. And you just click on the update version. And then you can update it only for this site, or you can update it for all the websites. So it is easy. And then the same is for the theme. Everybody got this? So it's super simple. Then I got a question, does WPGateWay report if there's a problem? So it does a status check. Every 50 minutes it looks, it checks if the website is still running nice. So you see this? Every 50 minutes you see if the website is live. And if not, you can say, I want an email, or I want a phone call, or no message. Okay, that is up to you. Okay, if you have clients, you want to have a message, I guarantee you. You don't want to, I don't know if you want a text message or an email, but you want a message so that you can directly solve it. Okay, everybody is clear how to get a message? Every 50 minutes it will check if the website is still live. Okay, now the last option what we just recently added is order an SSL, a certificate that you get. You see here on the top, HTTPS. We have the same certificate for you to order. Okay, then you, instead of HTTP, you get HTTPS, what stands for secure website. Okay, so if you want to get some details, you click on the plus sign, and then you see how it is requested, and then it will show when there is a renewal date, and you can set up how to renew. And you can just order it. Simple. This is the ordering process. You click on add SSL, and then it asks, do you really want? And the message should give the price is $27 for a year per domain. You get an email and that you have to confirm the ordering, and from that point the code does everything by itself. So it cannot be make it super simple, easy. Everybody got this? There is no learning curve. If you want it, you does it automatically change it from HTTP to HTTPS? Yes. Okay. So if you want SSL, that is super simple, easy. So this is the domain overview. So let me now go to install a website. You click on install. You go here or you go here. Okay, you click on install. Then you select a cPanel. If the cPanel is not listed, you click on new, or you select an existing website, an existing cPanel. So click on an existing if you have, and then select the domain, and then it looks in that cPanel which domain are available. Then let's say I want to put it on a directory. So let's say a new directory, and give it a name, webinar Jack. Okay, and here you can see, you guys see this, how the domain looks like. So it gives you a good idea how the domain is looked like. Everybody see this? This nice feature, this pre-filled feature. So if you, let's say, I don't know if I can still go back. No. So you guys see this? So then that means, so now you have three options. You can either install a local team Jack site, either you install a standard WordPress site, or you just clone a website. If you have a source website that is good, you select clone. When you say, okay, I prepared a website for my client and now I want to move it or clone it to the client's domain. Or this is what I would do a lot. I would prepare my website, my plumber website, whatever niche it is, to my like, and every time when I sign up a client, I use the clone feature. You guys get it? You don't need to give a directory name, but otherwise I have to install it again. So let me not use a directory, okay? Okay, so now it get installed on local team Jack, okay? Let's say that is your client domain. Okay, that is your client domain. Then I click on local team Jack, and then I say, let me go for plumber. That is just where we spoke about. Can be any website. Okay. Let's see which license I have at the moment. Let's go back. Then load more. Show me more. You see all those websites are available. Wow. You guys have seen an ocean of websites. Now you can. Endless, correct? It's unbelievable how much work is in it to create all those websites. I'm a little bit overwhelmed when I see all this work. Okay, so each website has a demo and a stock website. The stock is with stock images and the plumbing is with demo images. Okay, so this is from client, so I choose stock version and I click install theme. Okay, now you see here the progress. Okay, what it does, it always shows the logo and the name. So now have you, okay, I don't know why it's giving that error. Probably I used it so often. But that is normally how you install the theme. Okay, then if you have managed websites, so Arlene, she has a good deal with another host company. So instead of install, you can still use install, but then you clone the website. New, you enter the cPanel information. Okay. Then you select a domain on that cPanel. But this cPanel will be the cPanel on your host. Okay? Okay, everybody get that? Okay, so let me start over. Install. Here you can enter a WPGateWay cPanel, But you can also enter your own cPanel from your own host, and at that point the website gets hosted on your own host, not on Amazon high-speed server. Okay, so you can enter new, and you can, or if it exists, you just get an existing one. And from that point is about the same. You can install a local theme Jack, you can install a standard WordPress theme, or you can clone. And that is probably a feature going to use a lot, the clone feature. So now when you clone a website, that is the source. Oh, no, sorry, I always mix it up. That is the destination. So that is where the new website get installed. And here is the source. So now you want to point, let's say I want webinar 5, source domain, webinar 4, and then see if there's any subdirectory. Okay, you guys see this? So we have a pre-filled here. Webinar4.com get clone to clone Jack. You guys see this? So we just added that actually today. So now you see visualize what is going to happen. WP webinar Jack 4, that is the source, get cloned to WP clone Jack. Everybody see this? And now, so I fill out the destination information, I fill out the source, and now I click on start collecting process. Start, what is it? Start cloning process. Okay. Oh, so enter error. WordPress is not installed on your selected area. Okay, so it doesn't work at the moment. And let me see. Let me see what webinar 4 is about. Maybe there's nothing on webinar 4. Or there's no webinar 4 installed. You see that? See if webinar 3 has a website. So webinar 3 is a digital marketing. Okay, so let me clone webinar 3. Okay, so you guys are in luck. You see it one more time. You select clone, and then I'm selecting the source, and I said webinar 3 has a website on it. And now again it will show what's going to happen. Webinar 3 is my original, and I want to clone it to clone Jack. And now I click on start cloning the websites. So just sit back and let WPGateWay do the work. Why do you clone a site? That's actually a good question, John. Okay, so assume you are specialized in a certain niche. Let's say plumbing, okay? You might want to customize that website to your like, and every time when you sign up a new client, you use that original to clone it to your client's domain. So now you don't need to do all that customization anymore. You have already a good website. You only update the contact information from that client, and you are for 99% done. Is there a limit to the number of clones allowed each number per manage? No, it is not. Does it install all the plugins too, where you clone a new site? Yes, it also installs all the plugins. I don't know, this error is coming back. This will get fixed tomorrow. Don't know what it is new. But this will get fixed tomorrow. So there was install manage websites. So manage website is you have a domain and you have your own hoster and you want to manage that. You want to have it managed by WPGateWay. Okay? So what you do is, you click on manage website and you follow the screens again. You select an existing cPanel or you click on new and you just follow the screens. So Deanna asked a good question. You have to keep both all sites up to date regarding plugins to avoid hack. Yes, but I have some good news for you. You go to plugins and you say, okay, let's say the Yoast is out of date. It will show red. You click on it, and then you can say, I want to update this plugin for only this site, or I want to update this plugin for all the website. So for you, it is just one click. Okay. Would I put on existing or a new cPanel? In principle, how WPGateWay works is that you put one domain on one cPanel. Okay. If you want, you can add same domain on several domains on one cPanel. So the directory, of course, and the subdomain is all in one domain. Is all in one cPanel. Okay, then the last, or no, not the last. Order domain, it cannot be easier. You just order domain in the screen. It will show domain order WP Gateway. Gateway.com. You click on search, and search does looking if that domain is available. Now you can order domain on with any plan. Okay, you see it shows the domains available. It's for wholesale price, and then you can click on order domain. Client side should be set on their own cPanel. It doesn't need to be. It can. I like, and I have most my clients on my host. I want to be in control, and I don't typically charge for a website. I get paid by the AdWords management, so I want to be in control. So, but that is up to you. If you sell a website, but when you sell a website, what is the first thing you want to sign up for? What is the first thing that a client is ready to do when you sell a website? It's the maintenance, the hosting, okay? And make sure that everything is still up to date. So if they have an existing website, they might want to keep the hosting. But so if they have a good website, but there's nothing wrong to say if you host it on the Amazon high-speed server, you get better ranking. It is easy to update, you know? Okay. Tell again why we would not want to put several domains on the same cPanel. Okay, in principle, there is nothing wrong with it. But I like my clients, at least I want to have the option that my client has a dedicated cPanel. Okay, so in print, there's no principle, but if you go, if for yourself, it's probably okay. But if you, those cPanels, they have limits and they have all boundaries, and you might want to have those settings for certain clients different than for other clients. So your structure is healthier when you do one client domain on one cPanel. So that's a healthier structure. So that you are better organized in that way. Okay. Kenny asks, if a customer has their own existing website and wants a TeamJack website but wants to keep their own domain, how to do this? Okay. So client has their own domain, own cPanel, own website. Now you want to manage it. So you click on manage, okay, and you just fill in the blanks. Once you are done, you enter the cPanel, you select the domain, you are done. At that point, WPGateWay manages that website. Is that clear? I cannot make it difficult. Okay, when your client has an existing website, has a website, domain, and their own cPanel, you click on Manage Website. Okay? So when we override that domain in WPGateWay with a TeamJack site, you can, then you use the install. If you want to install a local TeamJack site, you click on install, then you click on new, you enter the client cPanel, and you just follow the screens. So here is actually where you determine in install, is this a WPGateWay server or is this a client server? And how do you set up an Amazon high-speed server? That's a good question. When you order a domain, automatically the cPanel gets created in a couple of hours from WPGateWay. That is one way. The other way is, the second way is, when you transfer a website, okay, you click on transfer website, you enter the domain name of the website you want to transfer to the Amazon high-speed server, and you follow the screen. And there's one step is, once it gives a demo domain and you're okay with that, you go to help and Friedrich asks question and you read about it. you want to link that domain to the Amazon high-speed server. Everybody understand this? When you have a website on another server and you want to host it on an Amazon high-speed server, you select transfer website. Okay? So, there's one more thing. If you have a domain or you buy typically your domain at other places, you need to let WPGateWay know that there is a new domain pointing to WPGateWay. So then you click on server, point domain, and now you enter your domain. I don't know if everybody have an example. Then give me an example of a domain. Google.com. You are funny. I don't think Google needs the WPGateWay. So mydomain.com. Okay, I got here a known domain. I will use mydomain.com. Click on are you sure? I don't let's see what happens. Probably that domain exists, so okay. Then you see in green message. You see this? Then have you already purged the domain? Yes. Point the DNS setting to point the domain to NS and NS at your domain register company. So, you guys see this? So it tells you what to do. So after pointing, you need to point the domain to the WPGateWay server with NS number 1 and NS number 2. So you log in to your domain provider and you update the DNS settings. And once the DNS setting, you see this, I just enter this my domain and it is waiting. And at the moment WPGateWay trigger, that domain is pointing to WPGateWay, it will create the cPanel, and from that point you can install or clone a website on it. Everybody got this? Okay. That's more or less it. There is not much more to it. Okay, does backup, it does all the backups. 1 per week, keeps them for 3 weeks. You can check which you want to keep forever. So if something happened, you can restore it easily. But you don't need to do that. Goes all automatically. If you install, if you are say, okay, I want to manage a website, the backup goes automatic. Can the backups be scheduled? And the answer to this, I purposely didn't do you to schedule, because that means you have to take action. It goes all automatically once per week. That doesn't mean that you cannot create a backup at your wish. Okay? So you can make a backup now, but it goes automatically once a week. You don't have to do anything for it. If you say, now I make a lot of change today and I want a backup, you can create a backup. Backups are only for starter plan too. No, backups are for every every domain will get managed on WPGateWay. Doesn't matter which plan you have. Okay. So there's one new feature you might aware of it or not, but if you go to server and settings, on the bottom you see block website visits from certain countries. You can click on it and then you see all those continents. And when you expand that, you see all those countries from that continent. And if you check that, those visitors cannot hack your cPanel. Okay, so you block those countries out, and with that you probably avoid 90% of the problems. So most local websites, they don't need visitors from China, they don't need visitors from Russia. Okay, so if you block those countries, you are more secure that they cannot hack your website. Okay, so this is one setting. If you do this setting, it applies to all the websites. It applies to all the websites and cPanels which are hosted on the Amazon high-speed server. We cannot do those settings if that website is not on an Amazon high-speed server. So it has a direct interaction with the server. That might be a reason why you want to use Amazon high-speed server, but it is what it is. Okay. So you see now inactive here, it will show active when that website is up to date with the new NS sets. We just did it. Okay, you see the date, so you have a good overview what's going on. Okay, now let me answer some questions. Can you modify WPGateWay within the cPanel in WPGateWay? You have to go log in the cPanel and then change that file. Okay. Does every website have its own IP? We are working on it, and probably next week you will see it, the results. So every website, every cPanel will have its unique IP. That is very good for SEO, if you know. If a customer has their own existing website and wants a TeamJack website, but wants to keep their own domain name, how to do this? So you just, if they want a TeamJack website, you just follow the install feature and you enter the customer cPanel information. Is there an alarm system that notifies if there is something goes wrong? Yes. So there's every 15 minutes it will check if the website is active. How do we get WordPress dashboard after the transferred site is active? How do we get the WordPress dashboard? So you see here the login, expand, and here you have the link and the username and password. If you change the password in a WordPress site, you have to also change it here. Okay, what is the real difference between the plans? Okay, so let me explain it here. There are basically 3 plans. There's a Labor Day special, it's only a couple of hours now. So this will be, they will replace your pay as you go in a couple of hours. So what it means is you pay according to usage. Okay, you get one website hosting for 12 months for free, and today you get 4 domain management, and normally this is one. Okay, so you get used to the system, and then you pay $4 per domain for the management and $6 per domain for hosting. Everybody understand the pay-as-you-go plan? So if you ramp up, you want to do the pay-as-you-go. Then we have two more plans, the starter plans and the business plan. The starter plan is you can manage 100 domains for $47. That is only $2.25 per website. Is that not amazing? It's just almost cost price for me. Okay. If you said I want to manage domains and I need one of two websites on the Amazon high-speed server, you pay $6 per month per domain. You guys see this? Now, if you say I'm serious, I want to make this work, and I will find a client, at least one client who pays me $97 per month, and I do the website management for him. Then you want the business plan. 100 domains on the high-speed server, hosting and management. Hosting, there's $1 per domain for the hosting and management on the Amazon high-speed server. Everybody get it? Everybody understand what the difference between the plans are now? Okay, good. Okay. Have said HostGator has 24/7 phone support. Is it available with the high-speed plan? Did you ever call HostGator? Have you had a problem with them and you call them in? Okay, I did. And every time, so tell me your experience. When you call them, they solve your problem? No, they just take your phone call, they create a ticket, and then you have to wait that somebody who has some knowledge solves the problem. It is like instead of submitting a ticket, they can create a ticket for you. Okay, so they don't. If you say fix the phone overnight. Okay, now let me show you that you can solve it right away. So let's assume your site is hacked, okay, and your site is all messed up. What are you going to do with WPGateWay? What are you going to do with WPGateWay when your site is hacked or messed up or whatever? You know, it's not showing nice anymore. So you go to backup, you go to the site, and you click on restore. It is not overnight. It is almost instantly. Okay, you are in control. And let's assume it is on a client server, and that server acts up, and you are both agree, you want to move to another server. Do you think HostGator will help you that? You say, hey HostGator, I'm not happy, my site is not showing. Can you move it to another host company? This site is really important for me. This client get mad on me. I lose my $500 per month client. What do you think HostGator is going to answer you? Sorry, we are busy. We all work on a server to get it back up as soon as possible. And then you sweat and sweat. Okay? You are in high stress. So let me show you how we do it with WPGateWay. You go to the site and you click on restore. Now you see this? By default, it shows the same cPanel. But you can now also select another cPanel or create a new one. So what that means is you can restore the website on any other server. You guys see this? This is not done because I'm that smart. This is because I have a lot of examples what drove me nuts to find a solution. I have been many times with HostGator on the phone, and every time I got mad. So I first had to wait a half hour to an hour to get him on the phone, and then I get somebody on the phone, and he said that has to do the administrator. Okay, okay, you are good to take my credit card, but not to solve something. Okay, I'm not making this up. I'm really not. So wow, so we are being hosted on HostGator. We can do a restore to Amazon or Host9. Yes, you can. So the process is you just update the NS to the new server and then you install it to the new server. So if that website is really important to you, you can either point it to another domain and you do a redirect from that current domain to the new domain. You guys get that? So if you really want that website live, you can do it within an hour. Okay? How long is the downtime for each domain transferring? 0 minutes. So what you will is what you do, you go to domain, transfer a website, and you get a demo URL. You check out if the website is fine. Then you update the NS. So instead of it points to the old server, at a certain point, it points to the new server. So there's no downtime, 0 seconds. Is the $1 per domain management per week charge and $6 a month high-speed server? Yeah, so $1 per week, so that's $4 per month for the management and $6 for the high-speed server if you go as the pay-as-you-go plan. Okay, if you take the power plan, then it's much more affordable. Kenny asks, if we are controlling customers' existing site on WPGateWay, can we override the existing non-TeamJack website with a new WPGateWay? Yes, you can. You can override it if you want. I don't know. So if you want, the website, you might say it's not should be. You can install any other site in it. So it's up what you want to achieve. If I have it directly on my own host, if I have, and I have a heap of folders with various natures, is that still classed as one domain, and will the backup handle them all? It's each website is a separate domain. So it does this, it does the backup, it does the management, everything get controlled done at the same way, a subdomain as a main domain. So I got this question a lot, and also in Facebook group. Currently I have an, let's say, $19 or $29 plan. Why should I pay more? So first of all, WPGateWay is by any means you can compare it with the typical host provider. The speed is significantly different. They don't have uptime check and you get notifications. They don't do 3 backups. If you install more than a couple of sites, they throttle the usage because they say you have unlimited access, or you can install unlimited websites, but what they do is they give you a certain speed, and if your websites requires a certain more speed, they will throttle, ask them, they will throttle the usage. So that means your download, your speed of the website goes significantly low. So basically, you cut in your own fingers to install more than 3 websites on it. Have said got it, but all on the DNS settings for my domains are on HostGator. Do I have to manually change the DNS setting of each of the registers? Yes, you have to do it manually. So after you get a demo domain, you check if everything is good, then you go to your domain register and update the NS settings. At that point, instead of pointing to your current host, then it points to the Amazon high-speed server. How do you customize a website to particular client needs, e.g. address, phone number, and company? Okay, so I will cover that in another training. What I want to say is in each team you have a Freakers Ask Questions section. Okay, you see that? There are many questions. Yvonne has done a very good job to put a lot of information in, and there are also some tutorials here. So you can find many answers here. How do you customize a website? Okay, that is the same question. Have said WPGateWay is clearly the best solution. Thanks, Have. Let's see if I answer all your guys' questions. So I'm not understanding why I should use this instead of buying my own domain and hosting. Is it cheaper and use WPGator? Does it compare to host 9? So whoever asked that question, are you clear on this? Then the next question, it looks like the username and password can be changed within the WPGator control panel for both the control panel and the WordPress. Is that correct? Okay, you go to domain and you see here the login, and you can change it from here. The password, you can change it from here. But if you change it from the WordPress side, it doesn't get updated here. Then you have to do it manually. Just getting started. Is there a monthly cost for the first free hosted site? For 12 months, it is the management and the hosting is free for one domain. Is it supposed to remember our cPanel passwords? Yes, it does. Okay, it remembers it. And if you change it in the cPanel, you want to update it here too. But I hope you see that is only 1% of the features, okay? Should I pay $50 again to take advantage of the special? I think you should. I think you should upsign for the business plan. That's my honest opinion. It's only $1 per domain, but all other plans are good too. I thought that I had transferred my domain from GoDaddy to WPGateWay, but I couldn't find it there. Need help? Okay, then send a support ticket, and then we will look into that. Lisa said the clone feature is worth the price alone. Thank you. How do you get the WordPress dashboard after the transfer is active? So I should demo to that you, and the difference between the plans. Okay, any questions you have what I didn't address? How does the deactivate domains feature work? Can deactivate domain be restored in WPGateWay? Yes, it can. If there's a deactivate, let's see, let me do deactivate here. Let me do deactivate. So that what it means when you do deactivate, it doesn't get managed anymore by WPGateWay at that point. And from here, you can say I want to restore or I want to delete. So we did that make a two-step process. So if you do restore, it goes back to the managed domains. Can you download the backups? Yes, you can. You go to backup, expand it, and then you have the zip file and a database. What you think of leasing? If you are good in ranking websites and generate leads, leasing is a very, very good way to do. If I put the client's existing site on WPGateWay and they stop using my service for some reason, how hard is to move this site off? I just demoed to you. So you click on deactivate, and if it's a client website, you click on delete. If that is on the client's cPanel. If it is on the WPGateWay cPanel and you click on delete, then the site will also go down. If they stop paying, then we can deactivate and restore them when they pay again. So deactivate means it doesn't get managed anymore with WPGateWay, but they don't see that right away. So if you really want to get paid, you just change the index file or whatever from the website, and then the site is not showing anymore. They start paying again. Okay, so depending how fast you want to get paid again. If they are late with paying, you might want to stop showing the website. If Kenny said if they don't understand by now why they should use WPGateWay instead of HostGator, etc., then they will never get it, and it shouldn't do this. Okay? That are not my words. I just reading. This is from Kenny. So blame Kenny. I guess you could also change the phone number. Yes, you can do that. So there are many things what you can do. I usually just place a site under construction as a warning, then they pay. That is a good thing, Jeff. For time to time, I have login issues with the WordPress that support has resolved. What is support level that I could reach out if I have similar problems? Okay, so you can, for an emergency, you can always ping me on Facebook, but we are very good to collect all the issues and get them solved. So if you say from time to time, I don't expect any issues that you experience from time to time. So every issue what comes in, we will solve, and that you not have from time to time problems. Okay, so with that said, I really thank everybody for your time. I really appreciate actually all your very good questions and your interaction. I enjoyed this training a lot. So hopefully um, you you take advantage of the Labor Day special today, if you haven't. And if you're serious, either you said, okay, I take advantage of the starter plan, or if you have seen, those websites are important to me. You only pay $1 per website. So for 100 domains, you only pay $97. Okay. So thanks everybody. This is recorded. You can watch the recording. And I appreciate all you guys' time and questions. Thank you so much.